Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Deputy Chief Minister Snyaw Bhalang Dhar inaugurates Krishi Vigyan Kendra building at Wayajir. Murder case registered in Pinter village. Assault confirms Superintendent of Police Vivek's ear. All India Council for Technical Education approves urban planning degree at College of Architecture and Urban Planning, Tura. Meghalaya begins special electoral roll revision. Chief Electoral Officer says over 68% have already been matched. And Shillong hosts second Meghalaya Open Taekwondo Championship and first state-level Taekwondo Championship. The news in detail, and first the local news. Deputy Chief Minister Snyaw Bhalang Dhar inaugurated the administrative building of Krishi Vigyan Kendra KVK Wayajir and graced the National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture NICRA workshop as chief guest, organized under the theme Empowering Smallholder Farmers with Climate Smart Practices. The event featured participation from ICAR officials along with the Secretary of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare as guest of honor. During the program, Dhar presented the Best NICRA Farmer Award to Blossom Nongrum, praising KVK's contribution to farmer welfare.
There is no great jobs, there is no lower job. But he create orang. Lalu driver tu waktu kit blok kit tahu blok tipi. Tapi born driver tu ia bakal habis. We should understand what is the importance of our labor forces. Kalau mulai waduh yok kerja tu tipi kata tu interrelationship enggak dependent on each other.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has announced that Meghalaya is fully prepared to host the National Games, which will be organized as a Northeast story with participation from neighboring states. During a CM Connect session in Shillong, Sangma said that 36 to 38 disciplines will be held in Meghalaya, while Manipur will host 2 and other northeastern states 1 each. Shillong will host 20 disciplines, Tura 6 and Jawai 3 to 4. The opening ceremony will be held in Shillong and the closing ceremony in Tura.
Should be expected by June 2026 to be complete. Next. This is the Integrated Hospitality Sports Complex. This is behind GN Stadium, as you know. This is almost complete. Just a bit of the facade is left. Another 2 crores. This will have badminton, basketball and other indoor facilities that can take place, not just for this games, but in the future too. This is a beautiful complex. You must have seen just behind. What we're doing for the national games is, I was given a small condition, I should say, saying that please involve other states of the Northeast also. Let it be not just a Meghalaya story, let it be a Northeast story for the rest of the country. So we then sat down with the other states and we have given one discipline to the other Northeastern states. Except maybe I think Manipur is going to host 2, otherwise the rest of the Northeastern states are going to host one each. But we are the host city. So the host is Meghalaya only, it's just that one discipline is going to be given to different states.
Netpo Biwet Kongsdo has filed an FIR alleging that his son was beaten to death by Pinter village headman and members of the Village Defence Party VDP on April 7, 2026. SP Vivek's aim confirmed that the murder case has been registered and the court has approved exhumation of the victim's body for post-mortem with the date awaited from SDO Civil Peninsula. CM stated that the VDP of Pinter village has been suspended, stressing that law enforcement must not be taken into private hands. The investigation is currently in progress.
Kung kajing kenok kung ijahat kung ayo pediang na ukpa jong bola khlan ba let new be wet kongsdo mulai tak ijahat santre jong benai mintai benai mi but nu la kenok taru ba badan keti u romashnong but kitu khat ga VDP jong penter ba kila sho adat yo kontu but na kajing sho jingdat jengki ula khlat hadi kani kajing khlat ula ai khat but ya kani kajing ja London ka jing pentep sha ka police station ne no rang bashnong ne ka VDP but ya kani ka ijahar la register.
The Council for Technical Education AICTE has granted approval to the College of Architecture and Urban Planning CAUP Tura, allowing it to offer degree courses in urban planning from the 2026-27 academic session with an intake of 30 students. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma announced the development while CWSSU Vice Chancellor Dr. Vasanthi Vijayakumar expressed gratitude, highlighting that this marks the university's first professional institution. Principal Tapseng S. Amara confirmed that faculty recruitment is underway and the curriculum has been designed considering the region's seismic zone 5.
It's a great deal of satisfaction. We praise God for the opportunity that we got to start a professional institution, the first professional institution, which will be affiliated to the Captain Williamson Sangma State University. Because as of now, we have 15 humanities departments, and which is functional. We have finished one semester, and this is the first professional institution that we are going to have. And it was a big process.
College is already prepared to start this program. So we were waiting only the approval from the AICT. Since we have got the AICT approval, so very soon we will be advertising for admission to the program urban planning.
The Khasi Jaintia Presbyterian Synod KJP has strongly condemned the recent killing of 3 pastors in Manipur, calling it a heinous and cowardly act against religious leaders devoted to peace and humanity. Moderator Reverend H.K. Nongbasap expressed deep grief over the deaths of Reverend Bomthang Sitlu, pastors Pastor P.K. Kwanglun and Pastor Pokolen, describing the incident as heartbreaking and unimaginable. He stressed that violence against those serving God and society is an attack on humanity itself. The Synod extended solidarity to the bereaved families and the wider church community, offering prayers for strength and comfort.
I stand here on behalf of the Khasi Jaintia Presbyterian Synod to express our heartbrokenness by the killing of the innocent life of especially of the ambush that take away the life of the 3 pastors in Manipur in the last few days. We could not imagine that life of religious leaders who stand for peace, solidarity to were not spared. At the Synod, we stand together in condemning such acts.
The District Administration of Southwest Garo Hills has prohibited the movement of heavy vehicles over bridge number 15-3 at Beta Singh on the Garo Badha Dalu Road after reports of structural damage to the bridge approach. District Magistrate Anandya Rajshri issued the order under Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita BNSS 2023, citing public safety concerns. Officials warned that continued use by heavy vehicles could further weaken the structure and risk collapse. With immediate effect, trucks, buses, tankers, tippers, dumpers and other overloaded vehicles are barred from crossing until repair and restoration works are completed. An awareness program on waste management under the Clean Amlarem campaign was held at the Amlarem Marketplace as part of the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Amlarem subdivision. The event saw participation from officials, village authorities, women's groups, market stakeholders, taxi drivers, shopkeepers and residents. Headman Kampher Potlong stressed the urgent need for proper sanitation and waste segregation, highlighting concerns over waste from rented accommodations. He informed that village leaders had earlier visited the Martin waste processing site in Shillong to learn scientific waste management practices.
Awareness mereka jingkut siatu habis baki jingkut di subalane punno bangin pelung kejingkut kami bagi pulang habis mereka awareness program kebanyakan awareness program nak benta ke waste management kepamut bangin ai kepada jing siatu kejing persai habis nak benta kini kinyut kibangin mi kebangin penmi nan ni na yo na hat na kidukan jampi na kali jampi ni na kendam ki nam sosnam ni lawan sado sa marten bat hangte ni la yo isa kicing pensai kumno ba kilum kilang ye kijabo barang keju ke poru kambe tang ke jabo andre ka de ke we na kilat kaban ai jakpo ya kilom ying nonsen lamba ni rong ke kijabo jaban andre lamba ke scientific method mentangi bagi kelalong kembang kelat kamajak po ya itu dina pukul ya itu dijabok.
Top leaders of the Meghalaya government, including Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, Deputy Chief Ministers Preston Tinsong and Sneobha Langdhar, along with Cabinet Ministers, MLAs, MDCs and senior officials, inaugurated Dhar Ply, a large-scale plywood manufacturing unit at Narbong, Bernihat. Owned by Ngat Langdhar, the factory is expected to employ hundreds of workers and supply plywood products across Meghalaya and beyond. Leaders praised Dhar's perseverance and dedication, describing the unit as one of the largest in the Northeast and a major boost for youth employment and regional development.
Unveiling of something truly extraordinary. This morning we will be joined by Dr. W.R. Harlukhi, the Honorable Ladies and Gentlemen. I am thrilled to welcome each one of you to this space.
An awareness campaign and workshop under the Environment Education Program EEP was organized on Friday at the Social Forestry Complex, the Grade Tura, bringing together students and educators from 27 schools across West Garo Hills, Southwest Garo Hills and Northern Grey Subdivision. Funded by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, the program featured talks on the triple planetary crisis of biodiversity loss, pollution and climate change, delivered by Divisional Forest Officer A.C.H. Sangma. Students participated in hands-on training sessions on seed identification, compost making, seed ball preparation and herbarium documentation, aimed at equipping them with practical conservation skills. Meghalaya has recorded 23,530 self-enumerations in the ongoing census exercise, with the process open until midnight on Friday. Director of Census Operations Biswajit Pegu confirmed that all 12 districts have completed geo-tagging of landmarks and creation of house listing blocks. A total of 8,309 enumerators and supervisors will conduct door-to-door data collection beginning Friday, following completed training sessions.
For the state of Meghalaya, total self-enumeration so far has taken place is 23,530, numbers. This may increase because the self-enumeration is there till midnight of 15, that is tonight. This is the overview of the house listing blocks that has been created, that has been geotagged with various landmarks, and also the demarcation for the HLBs have already been completed. For the state of Meghalaya, it's 100%. For all the districts, for all the 12 districts, they have completed 100% geotagging of landmarks and as well as the creation and demarcation of the house listing blocks.
Petrol and diesel prices in Shillong have increased following the nationwide fuel hike effective from midnight on Thursday. According to petrol pump owner Sachet Sureka, petrol prices rose by rupees 2.56 per litre from rupees 96.30 to rupees 98.86, while diesel went up by rupees 2.62 per litre from rupees 87.50 to rupees 90.12. The hike attributed to the ongoing global crisis has raised concerns, though shopkeepers remain hopeful it will not severely impact business. More than 16 lakh voters in Meghalaya have been mapped with the 2005 electoral roll ahead of the special intensive revision exercise starting June 30th. Chief Electoral Officer BDR Tiwari said over 68% of the state's 23.44 lakh voters have already been matched. House-to-house visits by booth-level officers will continue till July 29, with the draft roll to be published on August 5th and the final roll on October 7th. Tiwari clarified that voters listed in the 2005 roll need only submit the relevant extract with the enumeration form.
So why birth certificate is not only one document? There are certain they might have the SC, ST, OBC certificates also. There might be passport, and there are certain other list of the documents are there. So ration card might be there. So they can produce any document, and if they already mapped and then extract of the voter list, mother, father, everything. So I don't think there will be any major problem in respect to the documents in the state.
The District Administration of East Janta Hills has announced that house listing for Census 2027 will be conducted from May 16 to June 14, 2026. Additional Deputy Commissioner A. Nongbri said enumerators trained by the district office will visit every household to collect verified information on demographics, education, economic activity, caste, disability, language, religion and migration. The questionnaire includes about 33 items covering household details, water sources, electricity, toilets, cooking fuel and ownership of household assets. Nongbri urged villagers to cooperate, assuring that all information will remain confidential under the Census Act 1948.
Habasim census kumut keba kanlong kum katlong kabatikna hawan a yakijintip halor ka jinglong jong ki nong sungsno lani ke demografi ke bang hakani kindan ki bri ke bana kaliang jong ki church officers kila thung kila depan I training yaki keba nitip kum ki enumerators kini ki enumerators hapo ke jimpet jong ki supervisors kin room haman la koi pakoi ka trivia bat pakan shim ya ki bat pan shim ya ki jintip jong katu kayang kasam te borok kin dan like li jinkeli ke ba na kanyan ju enumerators kin keli ya pi kin ki try jong katu kayang kanang ba ka sarkar kanyo ya ki jintip ke bapaka.
Long parliamentary by-election approaching, major parties have begun finalizing their candidates. The Congress has announced its state president Vincent Pala as the candidate, while the NPP will field Dr. D.R.L. Nonglai. The VPP has named its spokesperson Batskem Mirbo. Meanwhile, the BJP is yet to declare its nominee. Party spokesperson M. Kharkrang stated that the candidate will be announced only after the Election Commission of India declares the by-election dates. He added that this is the party's usual practice.
GP will announce the name of the candidate after the election dates are declared by the Election Commission of India. That is how the party functions. You have seen the last MLA elections also. They had waited till the elections are declared. So that is how the party functions. So I think so we'll have to be patient and wait for that.
The BJP has defended the central government's decision to increase petrol and diesel prices across the country, including Shillong. Party spokesperson M. Kharkrang said the union government had tried to prevent the hike, but oil companies were incurring heavy losses daily. He urged people to follow austerity measures to reduce foreign exchange outflow, noting that the situation in the Middle East was beyond the government's control.
We are dealing with a geopolitical situation right here, okay? And the government has been trying to prevent any hike in the petrol prices to the extent where oil companies are incurring losses worth of thousands of crores every day. And it has come a time they will not be able to sustain themselves anymore. So this is happening throughout it's a worldwide phenomenon, and because of the crisis in the Middle East. So I think so it's not isolated to India alone, and it's a worldwide phenomenon. So I think so we have to accept that.
Umden Bathiang village in Riboy district celebrated the 15th anniversary of its establishment as a full-fledged village on the Bhoirembong CNRD block. The program, attended by residents and dignitaries including MDC Isan A. Hing as chief guest, also saw participation from members of Pinthor Bhoilasa village, regarded as a parent village. Former village leaders Shor Nongkarai, first headman, and Limbop Renghang, first secretary, were felicitated, while students who passed the SSLT examination 2026, senior citizens and community elders were honored. MDC Isan A. Hing lauded the perseverance of the villagers and urged unity and cooperation for continued development. As part of the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, a street singing and short speech competition was organized at the taxi stand Nongstoin to raise awareness against drug abuse in West Khas Hills district. The event, hosted by the Ong Yi Main Socio-Cultural Welfare Society in collaboration with district authorities, drew enthusiastic participation and large crowds. Performers delivered strong anti-drug messages through music and speeches, emphasizing prevention and family support. The Iglesia Pakanten highlighted the campaign's goal of protecting children and youth from substance abuse, urging cooperation from village leaders, schools, NGOs and the public. The District Legal Services Authority DLSA West Khas Hills District Nongstoin organized a legal awareness program at the Dorbar Hall of Kse Komoy village in eastern West Khas Hills. Resource persons including E. Mirthong, ALADC, L. Nongrem, LAC, B. Kurba Protection Officer, DCPU, and E. Myrom, DSEO, addressed the gathering, which was attended by the village Sordar and local residents. Speakers highlighted provisions of the POCSO Act 2012, NDPS Act, NALSA Scheme 2015, and the Juvenile Justice Act 2015, stressing the importance of safeguarding child welfare, preventing abuse, and ensuring access to free legal services. And coming up are the sports news. Shillong witnessed a major martial arts event as the All Meghalaya Taekwondo Association organized the second Meghalaya Open Taekwondo Championship and the first state-level Taekwondo Championship at the Laban Sports Club. The two-day event was inaugurated by Speaker Thomas A. Sangma in the presence of South Korean Grand Master Won Young-lee, adding international significance. Over 400 participants from across the Northeast are competing in Kurogi and Pomse categories. Association President Pinky Narzare said the championship also serves as a selection trial for senior players ahead of the upcoming national championship in Manipur.
So this is the second Meghalaya Open Taekwondo Championship. All over from Northeast has represented here. More than 400 plus athletes from all over the Northeast. And why we have conducted this event, especially for the senior national selections from the Meghalaya. And as of now, the preparation is going good. Hope for the best. What the result will come out.
And now the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 22 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 27 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%, rainfall 21 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 17 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 74%, rainfall 10 millimeters. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature 18 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 78%, rainfall 16 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely at most places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. Deputy Chief Minister Snehaw Bhalangdhar inaugurates Krishi Vigyan Kendra building at Wayajer. Murder case registered in Pinter village assault confirms Superintendent of Police Vivek Singh. All India Council for Technical Education approves urban planning degree at College of Architecture and Urban Planning, Tura. Meghalaya begins special electoral roll revision. Chief Electoral Officer says over 68% have already been matched. And Shillong hosts second Meghalaya Open Taekwondo Championship and first state-level Taekwondo Championship. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Goodbye. Also addressed the 51st Sikkim Statehood Day celebrations in the state. The minister extended his greetings to the people and said that the country